Good morning. This is May 12th, 2020, and I am posting this video to the Sundance community, HOA community, to update anybody who wants to know what I'm doing to my yard and why. Last week I had a little setback. I thought I was Superman. I got that from the palm tree to the sidewalk last week in 3 days. I had that all done. I did it on my own. All that rock you see from the palm tree to the sidewalk has been sifted through a 1/2-inch screen, so it's called 1/2-inch rock. Sundance blend that's been sifted to a 1/2-inch classification, and it's laying on top of landscape fabric. All of that has a layer of landscape fabric. And previous to that job, a few months ago, everything from the palm tree to the air conditioning unit between the two houses was done exactly the same way. Sifted rock, the sand and the pebbles sifted out of the Sundance blend to make it 1/2-inch Sundance blend, not Sundance blend with, and so that's all been covered with 1/2-inch with the impurities removed, what I call impurities. It's kind of messed up over there right now because I have 2 coarse rock that I'm going to be putting in drainage area. This rock is for drainage. It won't be for appearance. I need to put it in places where like dry well areas or low-lying areas where water could set, and that's what it's going to be used for. But getting back to being Superman, I did that on like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of last week. I worked really hard, really hard. Overdid it, got dehydrated, had a little setback, and right in the middle of all that was allergy season. So my nose was running, I had a sore throat, and I got wicked dehydrated. I tried to get as much done as I could because now I have 2 out of 3 yards completed. The yard between my house and my neighbor's house over there in the distance, I spent about 2 or 3 months doing the exact same job with a lot of grading, a lot of drainage and grading changes to make the water run off the lot to the street. And also, that's again 1/2-inch sifted rock over landscape fabric. So my yards, those 2 yards and my yard on the other side of that house should never have a weed issue. I shouldn't have to spray. There's no sand underneath on top of the landscape fabric as a medium for anything to grow in, and it won't hold water. Because there's no sand and no pebbles, the water will shed better off the lot. So I've taken care of those issues, and now I tried to hurry this and get it done as quick as so I can get over here. Now we will talk about what is going on here. Okay, as I've told you in previous videos, this house was engineered by the builder and permitting in Buckeye to be 3 inches lower than the CC&R for the grading maps. If you get the grading document, the grading as-built grading, and if you match the permit up to the assigned elevation for that house is 3 inches low. And I probably got 50 feet from there to the sidewalk, and I've been compromised by 3 inches over that 50 feet trying to get water out from where that stoop is. I've done a lot of work over the years. As you can see now, so far, I'll turn the camera around and look the other way. All that right there, You see the landscape fabric? That's all sifted rock all the way to the street. So far, this is what I've gotten done. But I was right here last week and all ready to jump on this Thursday morning. I was all ready to jump on this Thursday morning, and I don't know what it was. Whether it was the allergies, pollen in the air, I couldn't breathe, my nose was running all day, I had this dry cough, and at night my legs cramped up so bad in bed I could hardly, almost had to, it was bad. I haven't had cramps like that since I was a kid, but playing sports and stuff like that. But so I decided to take a couple of days off, and the next day it really hit me. I had a little setback, so I haven't been out here in a week. I've tried to do a lot of things inside. Any outside work I'm not going to do. But to describe, because the stoop is 3 inches low, and the way they had the lot graded, I feel, it's my opinion, these lots are graded to hold a certain amount of water in any storm. They attenuate, the lots are built to attenuate the amount of water that's going to make it to the street. You've got basically a mini shunt here. Between the houses, lots of times if it's raining hard, you'll see between every house there'll be a pool or a lake. Well, that was what's happening over here. I couldn't get the water out of this corner. I've got a convergence of a lot of rooftops right here. The water was coming off there. I've since fixed that with gutters. Okay, that's why you see gutters there. I'm challenged because the house is 3 inches out of compliance. That affects the sewer pipe, drainage, head pressure, whatever you want to call it, and the drainage of the water off the lot to the street. So to catch up, what I've done, this is all approved. That gutter, this delivery system was approved a couple years ago. Caroline came out and looked at it. This is another convergence area where a lot of water came and it just poured right there. And because the way the lot was graded, I had a mini lake there every time we'd get any kind of a measurable storm or an accumulation of storms. What happens, either you get it all at once, or over a 4-day period it rains steady for like 3 days. If it rains steady for 3 days, this water just keeps coming off the roof at a steady pace, soaking into the ground. It can't get off the lot until this lot gets completely saturated with water and a lake starts to form. It isn't until then that the water starts to run on the street in days when it's not raining slow. If you have 3 days like that where everything gets soaked up here at the corner of Twilight Trail and 233rd, that corner, Track Day, Parcel 12, that corner, after 3 days, hasn't given up one drop of water onto the golf course. It's just sit there and soaked it like a sponge, like this lot used to do. Just soak the water like a sponge. During days where quiet rains and it would just rain all day, no rain would ever run to the street because we have to saturate the lot. We pitched the lot so the rain doesn't run naturally off it. We pitched the lot so the rain absorbs into the lot, and when the lot gets fully saturated, if then we have a storm, it's going to have to build a lake like 2 inches deep before any water finally gets to the street. And when it stops raining, all that water stopped running onto the street. I'm trying to correct that right now. Okay, and this is what I have challenged ahead of me in the next week or so. And I'd like a little latitude to be able to get this done. What you're looking at right now is I had to change the pipe arrangement. I had flexible pipe under there for 2 years. I got it approved. I put it up, but I went cheap. I went in a hurry. I just heard somebody say something. I don't know. I don't know if you heard that or not, but somebody said something. Okay, I'll go back. So, I've been working to uncover this. Wherever I put fabric down, first of all, I scrape off all the top rock until I get to a pretty hard surface. And that top rock is going to get sifted. It's going through the 1/2-inch sifter, and then it's going to go back down onto here. I had a laborer that helped me for the last few months. Great guy, hard worker. Are you all right? What happened?
I just fell.
How? Where? What happened? You got your head's all swollen.
I know.